Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something a bit personal, and that is that I'm tired of being broke. I just I'm tired of feeling broke. I just feel like for a long time, for as long as I can remember, I have been trying to crawl out of this financial situation that I find myself in, and it's not working. I feel like I have all the information and I'm doing all the things that I'm supposed to do, but for some reason, I still feel stuck. I don't know if there's anyone out there that is going through the same thing, that is probably trying to improve financially or get to the next level when it comes to your finances, but is having trouble. But that is where I find myself these days. I feel like since I've been a teenager, my goal has been to be financially free because from a young age my dad used to be someone that was really well to do. Like my family was comfortable, like really comfortable, like wealthy, comfortable, and then all of a sudden things just went downhill, and then we've never recovered till this day. We are still struggling. And so from a very young age, I think since I was a teenager, I always knew that I wanted to do things differently. I wanted to create wealth and I wanted to be able to manage my wealth and multiply it and hold on to wealth because I feel like that's a very important thing to not just making wealth, but also holding on to it. But lately it just feels so hard. Like everything just feels hard. I don't know if it's just me. I know that the economy is shitty. I know that inflation is on the rise and everything, but I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard. I used to be a kind of person that struggled with buying things for myself because for the longest time I used to have this. I still do actually. I have this first daughter syndrome, and it's this thing where as first daughters we feel like we have to save everyone. And so I remember there was a time when I would have money in my account, but instead of using it for myself to make myself happy, I would hold on to that money until maybe someone in my family has a problem and I can use that money to save them. Because for some reason, I have to save everyone. So it took me a long time to learn how to take care of myself, to learn how to buy things for myself. And it's not like I don't like nice things, it's just I couldn't get myself to buy things for myself. I know that part of it was like I hated myself at the time, but also part of it was that it just felt like the dignified thing to do as a first daughter is to take care of everyone else and not myself. And so I had to relearn how to take care of myself. I had to force myself in a way to buy things that I wanted. I had to learn to cater to my inner child. And that was a very important part of my journey. Now, on the other hand, I find myself saving so much. Like I'm always saving for the next big thing. I know that inflation went off the roof and things just got terrible all of a sudden. But there were a lot of things that I told myself that I was going to do this year, and I did actually do. I told myself that I was going to invest. This was going to be the year that I invest because I feel like for so long it has been that I was always consuming information on YouTube, reading books on personal finance and everything, but I wasn't really putting them into practice. So I told myself that this was the year that I get to act. I wasn't allowed to tell people about what I wanted to do. I just needed to do it and then I could talk about it later on because I came to the conclusion that I was always telling people about everything, but then I wasn't really doing anything to help my situation. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I was procrastinating. Telling people was like procrastinating and everything. Now, I don't know, like now it always feels like I'm saving. It always feels like I never have enough because I'm saving so that I can invest and I'm investing so that I can be more rich. But right now, I feel shitty. Like I feel crusty. I don't know how to explain it. I feel like anytime I want to make a major change in my life, or anytime I want to make like I have a major savings goal, I have to like put every other thing on hold, like everything that has to do with my self care and everything on hold just to make that happen. And I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. Like everything is just so hard. At this point in my life, I feel like I should be able to like to afford the things that I really like. To buy the clothes that I want, buy the bags that I want and the accessories that I want, to travel around the world at a whim. But I don't know how to do that. I'm investing and I am saving, and I know that I'm supposed to create like multiple streams of income, but I don't know how to get myself to do that. Like I already have a full-time job and I'm struggling with everything that is on ground as it is. I don't know how to make another stream of income with two kids and a demanding job. It just feels like I keep working and working and working and saving and saving and saving just so that I can invest. And I have nothing to show for it. It doesn't feel like I have fun. It feels terrible. Like I feel tired. I'm exhausted. Like at what point does it get better? Like at what point do I wake up and I have like all the clothes that I want? And at what point do I wake up and I can just walk into a random store and buy anything I want without like thinking about the next few months? It's just, it's depressing sometimes. You know, today my mom called me and told me that my grandma is sick, and I literally have no money to send because I am spent for the month. And this is not the life that I want to live. I think for so long in my head, I've been one of these people that doesn't really, like, I don't know how to be entitled to another person's money. Like, no matter how close we are, I find it really hard to feel entitled to another person's money because somehow in the back of my mind, I've always felt like, okay, at some point I'm going to have money, like, I'm going to be a millionaire. And so I never actually thought to like ask people for money unless like, or to be entitled about other people's money because I always felt like I was going to get mine. And now I'm growing up and it feels like none of that is going to come into fruition. And it scares the shit out of me. This cannot be my life. This cannot be it. And if it is, then I'm done for. Like, I want to be a cycle breaker. I want to be the one that breaks the generational curse and flips the story around. But it feels like I'm just fighting against a script that is just meant to happen. I just want things to get better. I want to be able to buy anything I wanted. I want to be able to have freedom and time to like spend with my family. I want to not stay in situations out of fear and like fear that I might lose security. I want to stay in situations because I love those situations and because I feel secure in those situations. I never want to feel trapped. And that's the problem I thought that money is going to solve for me. It just, I don't know, it's so depressing these days to like think about money because it always feels like I never have enough. I can't remember when I ever had like extra money to spare. It's always like tight. Why is it always tight? What am I doing wrong? I feel like I have all the information. You're supposed to earn, and then you're supposed to budget, and then you're supposed to save and invest and find multiple streams of income. But like nothing, it feels like nothing is working right now. I don't want this to be my life, and I don't want to pass this down to my kids. I don't want them to ever have to worry about like, and I know that part of the problem is that I have like a mountain of black tax that that I have to that I'm responsible for. But I don't want that to be the situation for my kids. I don't want them to ever worry about how mommy is going to be or to worry about like, is mommy going to be okay if I don't send her money? I never want them to worry about me. If they decide to give me money out of their own free will, good and fine. But I feel like I want to give my kids the gift of not having to worry about me. Even if I can't do any other thing for them, I just don't want them to worry about me so much. I want them to be able to live their lives, to fend for themselves. And maybe when they're on their feet, they can maybe think about like buying mommy a gift or something like that. But I never want it to feel like an obligation. I don't even know why I'm filming this video. I feel like I'm doing it to vent. This channel, anyway, is supposed to be about me discovering myself. It's just like me documenting my journey and everything. So there are going to be good parts and then there are going to be bad parts. So this is definitely one of those bad parts. I don't want to be broke in 2025. I don't know how I'm going to remedy that situation, but I have to figure it out. I I struggled with like figuring out whether to make this video or not, but at the end of the day I figured out that this channel is about me documenting my journey. So, and this is part of my journey. I hope that I can look back on this video and be like, if only she knew, you know, that would be nice. That would be like awesome. But I can't help thinking, like, is this it? Like, am I always going to be struggling my whole life? Or is this just like things getting worse to get better? Or I don't know. I don't want to feel broke anymore. So if you're watching this and you're feeling the same way, just know that you're not alone. I know that this video is not going to solve any problem per se because it's just a video of me venting. But I do hope that if anyone out there is like struggling the way that I'm struggling, this video will feel like a warm hug or like a reminder that you're not alone. things are going to get better. 2025 is going to be awesome, inshallah. I am ready for this year to be over. I feel like I'm done with this year. Like, this year was horrible for me, alhamdulillah. But some pretty amazing things happened, but then I still feel like a lot of terrible things happened, and I'm ready to move past it. And the truth is, like, feeling broke can make you feel powerless. It can make you feel like you're not in control of your life. And the worst part is that it spills into other aspects of your life. And I don't want that to be the case. So if you're feeling like me right now, let's make a commitment to like take steps. I feel like I've made steps, but then you can't give up. Like, I really wish I could, but like, we can't give up. We need to keep taking those tiny, small steps. And in the end, I have hope that those tiny steps would compound into something greater, something that we never thought was even possible of coming to fruition. Thank you for being here and thank you for listening to me. If you're on a similar journey or you're struggling financially, please use my comment section as a medium to vent about your situation. Um, I think that it's healthy sometimes to like let out these negative emotions. I think the most important thing is not to dwell on them, but if you're looking for an avenue to vent, I'm giving you the invitation right now to vent. I know that you don't want to complain, but just vent. I'll be your bestie for today. So vent in the comment section. Tell me what you're struggling with and tell me what you think would help the situation. And even if you don't know how to help the situation, just vent. You never know who would come along and like help you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Do like and subscribe. Thank you and God bless.